Hello and welcome to my channel. It's Monica from Crafting with Quilling Lady, and I hope you have absolutely fabulous day. In this video, I'm going to show you how to create this beautiful, quick and easy marine home decor project. We're going to need some cutting dies. These come from Crafter's Companion and they're called By the Sea and Fancy Shells. We're also going to need some beautiful gems. You can have a look at your stash and choose any gems you've got, liquid glue and double-sided tape, scissors, and beautiful Rinea fold papers in gold, ruby, arctic, mocha, violet, lavender, sapphire and cobalt. We're also going to need some card. This one is 12 by 12 inches and a scoreboard. My scoreboard is A4 size and it's also for making boxes. So if I want to create a frame, I have to look at the measurement at the bottom of my scoreboard. And at this point, you have to decide how deep your frame would be. I decided for mine to be 1.5 centimeter. So I'm going to score at 1.5, 3, 4.5, 6, and 7.5 centimeter on each of the sides. And that will give us 5 by 5 squares in every single corner. In the top right corner, you can also check my other home decor project with water lily ponds, where I use Rinea fold papers. I hope you will feel inspired to create something similar. Going back to our project. As you can see, scoring doesn't really take that long, but it will make your frame really beautiful and three-dimensional. And that is the whole point of this project. And if you create at least one project with that kind of frame, you will see it's super easy and quick. However, when you decide of the size of the paper and you have to think how deep your frame will be, then you have to think for your design if all the elements will fit inside in the end. I checked my dies before I put the frame together and they fit in perfectly. So that's something to remember. I really hope this video will inspire you to create something for your home or to give someone as a beautiful gift. And I also hope that you will like this video, subscribe to my channel, and just craft along with me. So as you can see, I'm scoring the last side of the paper and it doesn't take that long. You just have to be very precise and just make sure that the paper doesn't really move when you do the scoring. As you can see, I've got 5 by 5 squares in each of the corner. And now it's time to start working on the frame. So we're going 2 up, 1 diagonal and 1 up squares, and the same from the other side. 2 up, 1 diagonal and 1 up. And now we're going to fussy cut all those elements. 2 up, 1 diagonal, and 1 up. That's why we've got all those squares to help us. And it really works. So 2 up, 1 diagonal, and 1 up. And you will have that element if you need it for later. You can use it as well. Okay, so when you create a home decor project, as you can see, it is pretty simple and easy. And there are so many ways to create 3D frames. In my previous videos, I also used some cutting dies to give me frame, and I actually stuck them on top of the paper. So I didn't have to sort of waste some of the paper for the frame. But there are also other types of frames you can create. Maybe I will show you in my future videos. Okay, so our base for the frame is done. Now we have to score and burnish all those score lines. As you can see, it doesn't take that long, but what's really important at this step, we just don't stick the frame yet. We just see if it folds nicely and if it's sturdy. I chose 225 GSM card, but if you even have thicker card, that would be ideal. Sometimes I use 300 GSM and it is really amazing for any home decor projects. So as you can see, our frame is done. Now we have to start using some Rinea fold papers to decorate the inside of our frame. With this beautiful Rinea fold paper, I'm just measuring so it is a little bit bigger than my inside, because when we stick the frame, we will cover any uneven bits from the paper. And to attach this beautiful paper for the sky, I'm going to use double-sided tape. You can also shape the paper a little bit, and it will hold the shape. It's absolutely amazing. When you use double-sided tape, I really encourage you to use your pokey tool or your finger just to smooth it a little bit before you peel it off. Okay, and now it's time to take it off. And as you can see, using a pokey tool, it is the easiest way ever to peel off red liner tape. Okay, and as you can see, it will work really nicely inside my frame. And now it's time for some waves. So I'm using Sapphire Rinea fold paper, and I'm going to literally just fussy cut beautiful waves. They don't have to be perfect, because in the end I'm going to make them slightly smaller to fit all my elements inside my frame. And what's really amazing with this Rinea fold paper, actually this color looks like water. It really reflects the light, and it's so beautiful. If you have never ever tried Rinea fold paper, I really encourage you to do. So now I'm scrunching the paper, and I'm going to do it again to have like wave effects, and it will work amazingly for this project. And now I'm going to do exactly the same step on both of the other waves. As you can see, it is pretty simple and quick to do. And then I decided it was still too blue for me, and when you look at the sea, there is like white color on the waves as well. So I decided to use my scissors and literally scrape the blue color off, and that worked absolutely amazingly. I'm not really sure if the camera actually catches it, but in real life you can see two different colors, the blue and silver/white, and it really gives you that real look of the waves, and I absolutely love it. As you can see, you can use side of your scissor blade, and that works absolutely fine. You don't really need any special equipment to do it. And then it actually gives us that 3D look. And it's time to cut the sand for the beach, and I'm using the gold Rinea fold paper. And as you saw before, if the color is plain of Rinea fold paper, the back is gold. Now it's time to do some die cutting from By the Sea and fancy shells. And I'm using these Ruby, Arctic, and Mocha for the lighthouse, and I'm going to die cut this beautiful shell from gold. For the sail and boat, I'm going to use Arctic, Lavender, Violet, and Mocha as well. I really encourage you to also, when you die cut your elements using Rinea fold paper, to emboss them as well. Just check your manual for your die cutting machine to emboss the elements, because I did it for the lighthouse and the seashells, and the effect is absolutely amazing. In the description down below, you will find all the names of the products I use for this project, and you will also find a link to Rinea website where you can check out all these amazing Rinea fold papers, and also you will find the links to my other written tutorials for Rinea and the design team, which is absolutely amazing, and all the projects are absolutely fabulous. I really encourage you to check them out. So as you can see, I'm using tiny bit of red liner tape, and I'm going to adhere all those elements on the boat and on the sail. And I will do exactly the same with the lighthouse. It is easier to put one sail on top of the other and then add smaller bits on top. That will save you so much time. I wonder if you have ever made any sea-themed or marine projects in your craft journey. If you have, please let me know. I would really like to see it. Please leave the link in the comments down below. And I really hope you'll feel inspired to create something along with me, because you know, summer holidays are coming, and it is the perfect time to go to the seaside and just have fun and relax. And it would also be a great project for someone who lives by the seaside. Let me know if you like that idea. Okay, now I'm going to fussy cut a small hill and scrunch the Rinea fold paper again as I did for the waves. It will give me that texture and dimension of a rock. And we're going to stick the lighthouse on top. So this is really crucial. I'm going to leave the lighthouse here so I know exactly where to stick my other elements, because this one is a really big element of my project. So it is important that everything fits. Now I'm going to use my favorite liquid glue to attach this beautiful hill and waves, because when I use liquid glue I have enough time to maneuver all the elements if I'm not happy, and that way I save time. As you can see, it is super easy and quick. I wonder if you have ever tried Rinea fold papers and what is your favorite adhesive to use with that amazing paper. Please let me know in the comments down below. And I wonder, I'm assuming you've been to the seaside, right? What is your favorite place to go and visit during summer? And what do you do there? Are there any special events or festivals at the seaside where you go? I would really like to know. Please let me know in the comments down below. Okay, so now as you can see, I'm shaping my waves to give them even more dimension, and it's time to adhere this beautiful sand of a gold color. It looks stunning in real life. And as you can see, the waves and the hill give us that dimension. And now it's time to adhere our lighthouse, and I put small bits of red liner tape, and at the back I also put some gold Rinea fold paper to give that light effect on the lighthouse. Now I'm putting some double-sided tape in the spaces in between so I can adhere this beautiful ruby paper. As I said before, Rinea fold paper catches the light so beautifully, and if you hang this project on the wall, trust me, it is absolutely amazing. So now I think we are ready to start putting the frame together, because we are done with the sea, the sky and beach, so we can actually start putting the frame together. And for this one I actually used double-sided tape because I found that it was the easiest way for this project. However, you can use liquid glue as well. The choice is absolutely yours. However, with liquid glue, it will take more time to dry, and you will probably have to hold your frame for a couple of minutes before the glue sets. And to help myself, I'm using pokey tool, and I'm literally just pushing the card to the base of the frame, and that works perfectly. What I didn't actually do here, you can put some small bits of black card that we had left from the corners and stick in between. As you can see, I've got a tiny gap, but that's fine. I'm going to cover all the bits later on. However, if you don't want to have any gaps in your frame, you can put that black leftover card in between. Just cut a small strip and stick inside. That will be absolutely fine. And as you can see, using a pokey tool made it super easy to adhere the whole frame. Now it's time to adhere other elements, and I really like this beautiful shell in one of the corners. I thought it would give us such a beautiful effect on the frame. Have you ever collected shells when you were at the seaside? I absolutely love it. That's one of my favorite things to do at the seaside, to collect shells, and then I can use them for any craft projects during the year. I love collecting seashells. When I was in Poland and I was visiting seaside, I actually collected so many, and then I decorated like photo frames or candle jars. It was amazing. I wonder if you have done it before as well. So now, as you can see, I was fussy cutting some clouds from Arctic Rinea fold paper, and I'm going to use 3D gel glue to attach all those beautiful clouds, because I wanted to give them some shape and dimension, because that's the whole project about, right? It is about being 3D and giving just like that effect. And to be honest, you don't really need that much 3D glue. You can also use hot glue if you prefer. That is absolutely fine, and it will work exactly the same way. However, I prefer 3D glue because it's not hot and I won't burn my fingers. Okay, so we are nearly done, and I thought that we can add one more bit on the right hand side and also some blue gems on the frame, just to just to match with the blue sky and beautiful waves. As you can see, I was using my totally favorite one and only liquid glue for the gems, and it will dry clear. So when it dries, we won't actually see the glue. And you will see me doing here, I was using pokey tool just to make sure all the gems are exactly where I want them. And this is another great tip for you. If you struggle with adding pearls or gems to your projects, use a pokey tool. That will give you really nice effect. And I decided to add a starfish in the right bottom corner, and the project is done. I wonder, what do you think about it? Do you like it? Does it make you think about the seaside, or do you want to go for summer holidays? On the back you can also put a string and hang it somewhere. I decided not to because I'm going to put it on my desk. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you really enjoyed this video. Give it a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel if you haven't. Have a wonderful day and happy crafting. Bye!